Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel General Hospital Official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Carly goes scorched earth on Sasha. Does she have a point, or is she a hypocrite? General Hospital spoilers suggest that Carly Spencer will go nuclear when she discovers that her son Michael Corinthos slept with Q cook Sasha Gilmore in a night of pity sex, resulting in a pregnancy. Michael is in misery as a burn victim, but Snarly does what she does best, foment and scream. General Hospital spoilers Carly Spencer on the warpath. Sasha's secrets and lies will come back to haunt her, but she doesn't want Snarly's fury. Given what Michael is going through, is Carly justified in going off on her? Carly is also outraged that Willow is flirting with Drew, which makes her even angrier because Carly is usually her top concern. GH spoilers, Carly Spencer's double standard? So Carly will have to accept that Michael was also a schmuck and did the same thing Willow did. Can Carly deal with her son being as bad as Willow? How will she deal with being a potential hypocrite? Carly likes to think of herself as holier than thou, so learning about her baby boy will catch her off guard. Michael is a cheater, and he got Sasha pregnant. Carly cannot overlook this. The million-dollar question now is whether Carly will go all out on Sasha. Can she do it knowing what she knows and living the same sordid life as before? Tell us, GH fans, do you think Carly's outrage is justified? General Hospital spoilers, is Carly Spencer justified? Carly's life has been full of major blunders. She first came to PC to steal her biological mother's husband away from her. She succeeded. Carly has made a concerted effort to clean up her act since then, but we all know she is capable of backdoor channels and dirty actions when the circumstances call for it. Of course, that's one of the reasons we adore her. Now it's your turn. How do you want Carly to handle Michael's antics, and does his being on his deathbed factor in this case? Carly confronts Sonny, and Michael's tragedy highlights the cost of mob life. General Hospital spoilers and updates suggest that pandemonium has broken out in the land of Port Charles. As the Monday, January 6th episode concluded, viewers watched a stunning explosion at Sonny Corinthos' apartment, sending shockwaves across the community. General Hospital spoilers, a fiery blast burned Michael Corinthos while the mob leader and Jason Morgan were talking in the corridor. Michael Corinthos was engrossed in his phone. Suddenly, a ticking noise pierced the air, followed by a loud explosion that swept Michael off his feet and set him on fire. One may expect such a situation to bring Carly Spencer and Sonny closer together, especially since it includes their son, the only son they have left, who was adopted by Sonny. This terrible experience may strengthen the closeness between the two parents, potentially causing a breach between Carly and Jack Brennan. Following Michael's injuries, Sonny, Carly, and Jason may find solace in one another, yet, what if the conclusion is completely different? GH spoilers, Michael Corinthos collateral damage like Morgan. Michael's accident in Sonny's penthouse may not be directly related to Sonny, but it is evident that once another of Sonny's foes has struck, causing injury to someone he cares about. Whether Michael survives or not, this incident will undoubtedly reawaken the anguish surrounding Morgan Corinthos' catastrophic automobile explosion in 2016, which resulted in his untimely death. The question is, how far will Carly go to remove herself from Sonny? Would she cut off his ties with Donna Corinthos and seek full custody? Could she even work with Ava Jerome to battle for custody of their girls, given that Avery Corinthos Jerome is also Sonny's child? Carly Spencer and Sonny Corinthos have been married and divorced 4 times, the most recent in 2022. She once took Michael and Morgan to boarding school to protect them. They never remarried after 2022, when he returned home from Nixon Falls after being assumed dead, and she discovered him in bed with Nina Reeves on The Haunted Star. General Hospital teasers suggest that the aftermath of the penthouse explosion will cause a cyclone of upheaval that will last for days, if not months. While some Carly and Sonny fans hope for a reconciliation, this explosive occurrence may push Carly even closer to Brennan. The only problem is that Brennan may not be someone she should trust, at least not according to Jason. Portia tells Jason about Sidwell's creepy date and Sasha's discovery. General Hospital spoilers indicate that a preview video clip has been released. It depicts Lucy Coe moving closer to Jen Sidwell. Sasha Gilmore Corbin learns about Michael Corinthos. Carly Spencer is appalled by Drew Kane Quartermain. Portia Robinson also assures Jason Morgan. Jen Sidwell's creepy date. GH spoilers predict that Lucy will make an effort to get to know Sidwell better. Lucy sold Windmere to Sidwell around the same time as a fireball exploded in Sonny Corinthos' penthouse. Of course, Lucy has no idea who Sidwell truly is or what he has done. Lucy does, however, have a habit of falling for the wrong man. In the preview video clip, Sidwell asks Lucy what else she should know about him. So Lucy appears to be eager to learn more about Port Charles's newest villain, but how much will he actually reveal her? GH spoilers, Sasha Gilmore Corbin's discovery. Sasha will finally learn what happened to Michael. With Sasha secretly pregnant with Michael's child, this might throw a few curveballs. For one reason, Sasha desired to raise the child alone. Sasha may feel bad about it, given Michael's tragedy. Sasha may also feel compelled to tell Michael's family the truth. There's also the matter with Sasha and Willow Tate Corinthos. These two used to be really good friends. A lot has happened, and while Sasha disagrees with Willow's conduct, she may feel awful that Michael's family is taking the children away at this time. So it'll be interesting to see how Sasha handles the situation. Nina Reeves intervenes. General Hospital spoilers indicate that Nina Reeves will interfere. Nina will approach as Jocelyn Jax is tearing at Willow. That's when Nina tells Jocelyn to leave Willow alone. Meanwhile, Martin Gray wonders what this has to do with him. Martin also has an idea for using leverage against Michael's family. Will Martin use Michael's medical problem as leverage now that they've arrived to pick up the kids? Willow is unlikely to go that far, but when a mother loses her children, everything changes. Martin may argue that the children are in danger while with the Corinthos side of the family, given the penthouse explosion and fire, and he would be correct. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Ava Jerome will also turn to Rick Lansing. Ava is urgently seeking to reclaim her divorce settlement. However, we have to wonder if Ava will creep closer to Sidwell once she realizes he is the new owner of Windmere. It was reportedly stated that the manor was being converted back into a Cassadine. Could there be a connection? Plus, Carly is repulsed by the real Drew as they continue to fight. Portia also convinces Jason that sleep is the best option for Michael right now. Maurice Benard, a General Hospital star, fails miserably on his show. Maurice Benard, who stars on General Hospital, has been promoting his YouTube series State of Mind practically every day for the past few years. General Hospital star Maurice Benard fails miserably with his show. In fact, many daytime television viewers have remarked that Maurice, best known for his role as Sonny Corinthos on the iconic ABC soap, appears to like making his State of Mind videos more than filming fresh scenes for General Hospital because that's all he seems to talk about. However, it is fair to state that Maurice has also failed horribly with his show. Because it has been nearly 4 years since State of Mind debuted, Maurice has yet to get the show syndicated. He's also very proud of his YouTube series. He told Soap Opera Digest that when he started State of Mind, all he wanted was a place for his friends, family, and co-stars to chat about mental health concerns that aren't normally discussed until they're behind closed doors. He described it this way: all I want is for this to be two people in a room talking to each other and someone looking through a peephole going, wow. No interview. General Hospital news, what's next for Maurice Benard? I tell everyone the same thing. I free people's minds by saying, look, whatever you say you don't want, in the finished product, I'll cut, so you don't have to worry about, oh, should I say this? And out of 90 interviews, only one person has had me cut something. It is unclear whether Maurice's desire of becoming a talk show host will come true. So far, Maurice Benard has made no comments on the situation, and it is unlikely that he will do so at this point. Michael's family is torn apart as he fights for his life on January 9th, General Hospital. Michael's entire family catches fire. Carly and Jocelyn were the first to see Michael after he had been covered in bandages and linked up to machinery. But when Diane arrived to take quick action for Michael's children, Joss stormed away, having learned of Willow's latest betrayal. Willow, after a hard chat with Nina and Martin, decided she wanted to go to GH to see Michael, which is when she ran into Joss. Despite her best efforts to portray herself as a flawless angel, Joss went all Carly on her and ripped into her for her deception, and she didn't hold back. Christina was sitting on the GH roof a few stories above them. After going missing, Sunny found her and consoled her as she digested another probable loss in her life. Custody chaos. While everyone remained at GH, Diane was joined by Chase at Nina's apartment to take the children, as per Diane's court order. Nina instantly objected, fearing that the children might lose their father, but Diane convinced her that Michael was not out of the picture just yet. Back at GH, Jason was distraught about his nephew's death, recalling how he raised him as a newborn and told Michael that he would always keep him safe. When Jason was permitted to sit beside Michael, he awoke abruptly, groaning from the burns. Who do you think should have custody of the children? Please let us know in the comments. Cameron Matheson opens up on losing everything. As flames scorch the Los Angeles area, thousands of people have been forced to flee, and many have lost their homes. Cameron Matheson, Drew, of General Hospital released a heartbreaking video of what used to be his home on January 8th, and the next day, he went on Good Morning America to discuss the painful experience. I've been up all night, Matheson admitted. I can't sleep. I lost my home and everything I owned. I only have this hoodie, a pair of jeans, and 2 pairs of sneakers remaining. Focusing on our blessings is crucial, and there are plenty to be grateful for. However, unless you've been through this, it's difficult to get your head out of it. You're just kind of stuck and reeling, and every few minutes you're thinking about things that were in there that are irreplaceable, according to him. There are many things that can be replaced, but the kids' projects, their baby photos on film, my childhood photos, there's just so much. And of course, that's just stuff, but it's still very unsettling and surreal. Thinking of the hundreds and hundreds of people going through the same thing, it's just so devastating. The GH actor was out to dinner in Pasadena when his phone blew up, revealing how swiftly the Santa Ana winds were spreading the fires in the region. I ran back home, packed a bag with what I was wearing, and departed to stay in an apartment in Pasadena with my daughter and her mother. After seeing the news, I walked back up into the smoke and flames to gather passports, birth certificates, and photo albums before returning down. Matheson's son is studying in England, while his daughter is now at home in California with her mother before returning to school in France. The entire family is now fighting to cope with the loss and prepare for the future. I know it sounds silly, the actor confessed. We worked on this house meticulously. This was more than just a house. During our decade-and-a-half stay, we chose every single corner, tile, and light fixture. So we're talking to the folks that helped us build and rebuild the house, and we're creating plans, envisioning, and trying to remember during our hours that this will be rebuilt, and we'll be back with this. Just taking little baby steps in the moment to kind of head in that direction I think is super helpful for us, Matheson ended her speech. Maybe a little too much too soon, but in a way I think it's more just helping us mentally. Steve Burton's funny question about his GH character's finances. Steve Burton, the actor who plays Jason Morgan on General Hospital, recently posed an amusing but essential question concerning his character's finances. While Jason is known for his tough demeanor and risky lifestyle as Sonny Corinthos' right-hand man, Burton has begun to wonder how his character can afford such a luxury lifestyle. General Hospital spoilers, Steve Burton wonders about Jason Morgan's finances. The question came during production when Jason mentioned going by private plane. This seemingly benign comment forced Burton to ponder the bigger picture regarding Jason's finances. Burton admitted, "It just struck me as I was walking into a scene, because I just got off a plane, and I know it was a private jet. I'm like, what am I doing? What is happening? How much money do I really have?" Fans and actors have previously questioned the financial realities of soap opera roles. The often glamorous lifestyles depicted on film do not always correspond with the characters' claimed occupations or backgrounds. In Jason's situation, while he is a member of Sonny's organization, which clearly deals with large sums of money, his precise function does not always imply private jet wealth. GH spoilers, Steve Burton is aware of certain of Jason Morgan's business interests. Burton stated that some of Jason's projects earn revenue. He especially noted Corinthos Coffee and Charlie's Bar, which Jason and Sonny co-own. He pointed out that these enterprises actually make legitimate money. Despite these respectable sources of income, Burton is baffled at the magnitude of Jason's wealth. He is unsure whether these firms will generate enough cash to support the lifestyle he describes. Burton's question demonstrates the sometimes ludicrous nature of imaginary prosperity. In soap operas, characters frequently appear to have boundless wealth, allowing them to travel the world, buy many properties, and participate in expensive pastimes with no apparent explanation of how they fund these undertakings. It's a familiar trope in the genre, but Burton's inquiry adds a lighter tone to the norm. Will General Hospital incorporate this into its storyline? This situation provides an entertaining opportunity for General Hospital writers to discuss Jason's finances, possibly even incorporating it into a future storyline. It could result in amusing occasions where Jason tries to justify his wealth or perhaps encounters unforeseen financial challenges. Finally, Steve Burton's question concerning Jason Morgan's net worth serves as a cheerful reminder that even the most dramatic and imaginative stories must be grounded in some sense of reality. It's a great thought experiment for fans and demonstrates Burton's commitment to his long-running role. As Burton playfully concluded, he is left wondering, how much money do I actually have? This question prompts fans to explore and participate with the show on a deeper level, sparking a spirited debate regarding the financial realities, or lack thereof, in the world of Port Charles. What happened to Jocelyn on General Hospital? Jocelyn Jacks may have had a difficult upbringing on General Hospital, but now that she is a young woman, things have become much more problematic than before. The character initially appeared as a teenager, played by Jamie Leah Willett, in a 2009 dream scene that inspired a pregnant Carly to name her daughter Jocelyn John. Both her and Jax's father's names are John. After the infant was born, twins McKenna and Carly Larson played Joss until 2012, when Sarah Johnson and Paige Oliver took over. Hannah Nordberg joined GH as the new Jocelyn for 8 months in 2014, and in October 2015, the character was transformed into a teen played by Eden McCoy. In December 2023, Courtney Folk served as a temporary replacement. Jocelyn, the daughter of Carly Corinthos and Jasper Jacks, was entangled in drama from the beginning when the wicked Claudia Zachara kidnapped Carly and ended up helping her give birth at the cabin where she was being held captive. Claudia planned to keep the infant for herself, but Michael Corinthos appeared and killed her, saving his baby sister. Joss was diagnosed with kidney cancer when she was a toddler, and Carly insisted on seeking a kidney donor for a transplant rather than subjecting the young girl to treatment. Jason and Liz's son, Jake, had recently perished in a hit-and-run tragedy, and Carly was able to persuade Liz to assist save her daughter's life. However, after Jocelyn healed, Jax and Carly's marriage broke down, and they divorced. Jax sought custody because he was concerned that Carly's association with mob boss Sonny would endanger her life. However, after Sonny falsely accused Jax of drug possession, Carly was granted full custody. Jocelyn momentarily became unwell again when her uncle Jerry Jax injected her with an unknown substance that subsequently turned out to be an immunization against the deadly infection he intended to release into the Port Charles water supply. What a thoughtful uncle! After her recovery, the girl paid numerous visits to Jax in Australia. When Joss returned to Port Charles, she was disappointed to find her mother dating Franco, whom she regarded as a dangerous psychopath. The girl also developed feelings for Cameron Webber and attempted to divide up him and Emma Scorpio Drake with Spencer Cassidy's help. Joss was angry when her mother asked her to be the flower girl at Franco's wedding, but delighted when they didn't marry. Joss returned from Australia in October 2015, a little older and wiser, and served as the maid of honor for Carly's wedding to Sonny Corinthos. Joss was still concerned about her mother, as she was now old enough to grasp what Sonny did for a career. The youngster was saddened when her brother, Morgan Corinthos, was killed in a car bomb, but thrilled when the tragedy drove her away from Sonny and back into Jax's arms. However, it was revealed that Jax had arranged to buy Nellie Benson's kidney for Jocelyn back in the day. It turned out that Jake hadn't really died, so it couldn't have been his kidney she got, so a jealous Sonny had the Aussie arrested for organ trafficking and deported, causing Joss to lose her father once more. It was bad enough when Joss argued with her mother about her relationship with Sonny and her teenage partying and her new boyfriend Oscar Nero, but it got even worse when Nellie plotted to have Carly arrested and imprisoned in Ferncliff. Jocelyn was relieved when her mother was released, but her relationship with Oscar quickly deteriorated when he dumped her unexpectedly. Cameron offered her a compassionate shoulder to cry on, and she asked him to pretend to be her boyfriend in order to make Oscar jealous. Unfortunately, Cam had true affections for her and eventually revealed that Oscar was pushing her away because he was dying of a brain tumor. Jocelyn was upset and returned to Oscar's side while he received experimental treatment to save his life, but despite everyone's best efforts, the boy died. Jocelyn was devastated by Oscar's death and has struggled to move on. And Sunny's invitation to Dev to remain with them complicated matters even more, as he quickly fell in love with Jocelyn, even stealing her journal to create an entry to show Cameron in order to get him to back off. Joss, Trina, Cam, and Dev all agreed to attend the school dance as friends, but during the evening, Joss and Cameron sneaked away to kiss. Jocelyn was stunned when an explosion at the floating rib killed Dev. Although Jocelyn intended to get into her first-choice institution, when she discovered she had been waitlisted, she eventually gave in and agreed to attend Port Charles University with Trina and share an apartment. Finally, on the 4th of July, Joss and Kim understood Dev had attempted to separate them and confessed their affections, sharing a kiss. Jocelyn was not pleased when Spencer returned to Port Charles and told Trina his name was Victor. When Joey Novak delivered Joss a message for Jason and Carly, Jax became concerned about his daughter's safety. When Trina assisted her friend in preparing a special meal for her father, Joss recognized Sunny's particular sauce, leading to the discovery that he was alive and living in Nixon Falls with amnesia. Jocelyn agreed to help Trina and Cam construct a trap to arrest Ava's stalkers, but they were disappointed when only Spencer confessed and kept his girlfriend, Esme Prince, out of the picture. While on a weekend retreat before Spencer completed his sentence for stalking, Esme organized a drinking game that embarrassed Trina. But when Joss questioned Spencer about his relationship, he supported Esme. Jocelyn and Cameron agreed to make love for the first time that night, unaware that Esme had put up a camera to capture the moment. Worse, she leaked it online and blamed Trina for the entire incident. Jocelyn informed Trina that she knew she was innocent and chastised Spencer for continuing to defend Esme. Jocelyn recognized the sparks between Trina and Rory, but not between herself and Sunny's new right-hand guy until it was too late. Joss was pulled to Dex Heller after her relationship with Cameron was already strained as a result of the sex tape, and she discovered Cam had known Spencer was stringing Esme along the entire time to trap her. When a strange individual began hitting their victims with a gigantic hook, Dex became a suspect, but Jocelyn was convinced of his innocence. She was shocked to learn that Sunny had tortured Dex to discover the truth, and despite her disdain for Sunny, she developed strong feelings for Dex. She even helped to patch him up after he was shot on duty and then hid him in her dorm room while he recovered. Joss was also encouraged to change her major to pre-med so she could become a doctor. Despite feeling guilty for keeping Cam in the dark, Jocelyn became closer to Dex, and they shared a passionate kiss. When the hook killed Brando Corbin, it was established that Jocelyn was their intended victim at the time, as all of the attacks appeared to be directed toward Trina. And on New Year's Eve, just as Joss was about to leave for the party, the hook struck again. Britt Westbourne intervened this time and tragically died as a result of her valor. Jocelyn thought she should finally end her relationship with Cameron, and his grief escalated to rage when he discovered she had been seeing Dex for a while. He grudgingly agreed to Joss' request that he not tell anyone because she and Dex were not meant to be together. She soon discovered Dex was secretly working for someone to bring down Sunny, but it took some time before she realized it was her brother. Jocelyn and Dex were concerned when Sunny discovered they were dating, but he confessed he had known for a long time. After Michael decided not to use the evidence he had acquired against Sunny, Jocelyn requested that Sunny release Dex from the business. But Sunny insisted that was Dex's decision. Joss was overjoyed when Dex confessed his love, but disappointed because he wouldn't quit working for Sunny. Still, when Ava went missing, Jocelyn teamed up with Dex to enlist Spinelli's help and find her down in order to securely return her home. Jocelyn became concerned about Adam, a fellow pre-med student who was taking his studies far too seriously and worried about his parents' response if he didn't earn perfect scores. She insisted on taking him to the hospital when he suffered a panic attack during an exam and revealed that he was using medicines to help him study. When she and Trina discovered Adam singing and playing guitar, they asked why he wasn't pursuing music rather than medicine. Jocelyn noticed that Adam's problems were worsening, and he was self-medicating with drugs and alcohol. When he overdosed, Jocelyn got him to the hospital in time to save his life, allowing him to finally stand up to his domineering father. Joss had a bad Valentine's Day in 2024 since she found out Dex had left town. She asked Spinelli to help her find him and persuade him to return to Port Charles. When they returned to town, they discovered the crime scene at the docks and helped keep Dante alive until paramedics arrived. Jocelyn altered her mind about Dex when she discovered that he had nearly killed Cyrus on Sunny's orders. When he decided to join the police school, Joss was concerned that Dex would become an even bigger target for Sunny's rage. She tried to urge Anna to stop Dex, but the commissioner reminded her that it was his decision. Jocelyn confronted Christina, telling her how Sunny had ordered Dex to kill Cyrus, but Christina continued to defend her father. Joss and Dex grew closer again, and she assisted him when Sunny attacked him during Brooklyn and Chase's wedding reception. As summer began, she began working as a lifeguard at the Metro Court pool alongside Giovanni Palmieri, whom she had introduced to Trina. After another meaningful talk, Dex invited Jocelyn out, and they reconnected. Gio offered the apartment above the Quartermain garage to Jocelyn and Trina while he stayed in the main home, which the girls gladly accepted and moved there. While lifeguarding at the pool, Jocelyn jumped into action when Christina fell from a window above into the water, assisting in her survival and timely transport to the hospital. Jocelyn was terrified when Dex was stabbed in the line of duty at Christmas, but after recovering from surgery, he died of a digitalis overdose, exactly like Sam. Joss, distraught, bid a heartfelt goodbye to her beau and promised to find out who killed him and seek justice. She asked Jack Brennan whether the WSB could help in any way, and he said no. Michael wakes up, and Diane arrives with a court order to take the kids. Willow Corinthos returns from Washington and gives Nina Reeves a list of care instructions for Wiley and Amelia Corinthos. Willow is going to the hospital to check on Michael Corinthos, but Nina says this is a big mistake. Martin Gray arrives to Nina's condo and forcefully encourages Willow to seek for temporary custody of the children. Given Michael's state, it would be a smart idea, and it would help Willow's future efforts for custody of the children. Willow makes it obvious that her number one priority is to check on Wiley and Amelia's father, and she couldn't live with herself if they discovered she was filing custody papers rather than checking in on them. Willow heads to the hospital, and Nina is concerned about her daughter's decision. However, Marty assures Nina that he has something in his back pocket. Willow is Michael's medical proxy, and they could use this as leverage. Nina is somewhat repulsed by the concept, but fans know that if the situation arose, she'd be all over using it to Willow's benefit. Drew Quartermain has arrived at the hospital to check on his nephew, and Lucas Jones has made it clear that he will not divulge any information to him. Curtis Ashford approaches and advises Drew that the best thing he can do at this point is go. Drew believes that this is a family affair, and while he and Michael may have formed an alliance to take Aurora away from him, this could be his final chance to set things right. Drew tells Curtis that Michael is part of his family, but Curtis points out that uncles don't normally try to bed their nephews' wives. Curtis urges Drew to pray for Michael, and they part ways. Anna Devane and Harrison Chase arrive near Michael's room at the hospital, while Carly Spencer and Jocelyn Jacks watch and worry. Anna informs Carly that the PCPD is investigating, and Chase makes it plain that because Michael is a member of his family, he would go to any length to bring those responsible to justice. Diane Miller arrives after they've left. She informs them that Michael presented Willow with divorce papers and a custody arrangement while she was in Washington, D.C., staying at Drew's hotel. Carly was aware of this information, so she was not surprised. Nonetheless, Joss was enraged and walked off to blow off steam. At this time, Diane suggests to Carly that they file a motion with a judge to return the children to Michael's custody. Diane seems to have had the same notion as Martin. Carly was suspicious that a judge would take the children away from their mother, Willow, especially considering Michael's health. Diane, on the other hand, was confident in her ability to present a case demonstrating Willow's instability as a mother, especially given her decision to take Wiley out of state to pursue the guy she was having an affair with. Diane only needed someone in Michael's camp to say okay. On the other side of the hospital, Alexis Davis discovers Christina Corinthos Davis, who is clearly struggling. After all, she has suffered severe losses in a short period of time, and she cannot lose Michael now. Alexis offers Christina a pep talk, reminding her that she is stronger than she realizes. Christina decides to seek some air and walks away. Over at the penthouse, or what's left of it, Sonny Corinthos is ready to retaliate for this strike, but Jason Morgan is repentant. Jason believes this is entirely his fault, he should have heard or seen something. Nonetheless, Sunny warned him that this strike slipped under everyone's attention. Sunny continues to discuss revenge, but Jason believes that this should be the catalyst for their mob departure strategy. Jason says he can't believe something happened to Danny Morgan. Anna and Chase come on the scene, and Jason retells the full horrible incident of what happened to Michael, including the explosion, him catching fire, and Jason laying a blanket over him to put out the flames. Anna questions whether Michael was the target, while Jason feels it was Sunny and that Michael was simply in the wrong location at the wrong time. Chase shows Anna a text message and tells her he has to go unless she wants to take up this job. Anna believes he should handle it. The job was not revealed, so Chase flees, only for Jack Brennan to arrive. Despite their taser spat from last week, Anna asked Brennan for assistance because the explosive device used could be something the WSB had discovered. Brennan hints that he is doing this for Carly's sake and offers his assistance. Speaking of Carly, she is still in Michael's room when Lucas visits. The medical team needs to perform an operation to help Michael battle illness, but she shouldn't stay to see. She does not want Michael to be alone, so Lucas agrees to remain with his nephew, and Carly goes down to the chapel to pray. Drew arrives to provide his assistance, and the two get right into it. Carly can't believe she fell for Drew's hero act and didn't see how selfish he was, while Drew reminds her that he traveled to Pentonville for her and nearly killed in the process. After much bickering, Drew declares that Michael is in the burn unit and that Carly is the only one to blame, and she knows it. Back to Jocelyn, she's walking around the hospital when she runs into Willow, who instantly asks how Michael is doing. Joss responds with hostility, pointing out that she was sleeping with Drew when Michael was burning. Willow responds that, out of everyone, she expected Jocelyn to understand her situation. Jocelyn was astounded that Willow could equate her infidelity on Cameron Weber with Dex Heller to her affair with Drew. She is married with children, although Jocelyn was not. Joss ripped into Willow, calling her every name in the book. Molly Lansing Davis arrives at the hospital to support her sister and mother, wondering if she is making the right decision by being there. She loves Michael and wanted to be there for him as his cousin. They were so close when they were younger, and Alexis reminds Molly of how valuable time is. Meanwhile, Christina had been gone for a few minutes when Alexis became concerned. She wasn't responding to texts, so when Sunny returned to the hospital, they split up to find her. Sunny won by locating his daughter on the hospital's rooftop. Christina expresses her concern about seeing Michael in his current situation, and Sunny assures her that everything will be okay and that she will find a way to overcome his injury. Jason returns to Michael's hospital room only to witness Lucas walk away. The two discuss the treatment he just had, and Jason begs to see Michael, but not until a flashback sequence of Jason cradling a newborn Michael and swearing to protect him at all costs is revealed. Jason enters Michael's room, with Christina watching from the outside, while Molly comes to her sister's side and holds her. Michael wakes up to find Jason there. Curtis pays Nina a visit to notify her that Drew is in the hospital and causing a scene. She needs to do something to stop him, but Nina emphasizes that taking care of her grandkids is her primary responsibility. There's a knock on the door, and Diane, Chase, and the Quartermaine nanny answer. Diane has obtained a judge's order returning the children to Michael's custody. Curtis wonders if there is another way, but Nina flatly refuses to do so. Chase reminds her that the best thing she can do for her grandchildren is hand them over. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.